shores.
Lucanus, about what happened at Weishaupt.
Was an embarrassment to the crows.
Not what I meant. We were both thrown off our game. I shouldn't even be alive.
Neither should Gillanane.
Point is, you bounced back. We're not the sort who lose sight of our quarry because things got a little rough. We get near her again, we'll strike true. I'm sure of it.
What's that sound?
I have a feeling we will find out.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. This is Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
You're in a town full of Grey Wardens. It's probably the safest place in the world right now.
How can we help?
My name's Valya. When I heard about Weishaupt, what happened, I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. I'm the one who found the griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the wardens who were caring for the griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf.
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why would they do that?
In her diary, Isaiah said the Blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it. But orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. they turned against the Wardens.
So then the first warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
Has every First Warden been an asshole?
Isaiah said she resisted at first, but orders were orders. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she'd left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
Ah, so you're the reason Davron's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
What's that sound?
To think, Morrigan was the transposition of Mythol,
The what?
the carrier of the spirit, not as a full possession, but gaining memories of the past.
Oh, okay.
Rumor has it that Morrigan helped the Inquisitor, possibly by turning into a dragon to...
She what? How'd she do it? What kind of dragon?
Well, I wasn't there.
We have to ask her next time.
So, I was thinking, and I want to help. I think I can help.
Help with what?
Finding Aelia. I mean, I've read enough serials, the crime ones. I bet I could help.
It's not that simple. The murderers in those stories, they're fantasies just waiting to be caught. And none of them are Venatori fanatics like Aelia.
Right, good point.
Hey, Rook. I was planning to take Hassan to the woods in Arlethan soon. Want to keep us company?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad to hear it. Needs to stretch his wings.
This smells amazing. Does all coffee smell like this? Or just the stuff you make?
Coffee has a distinct aroma, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry. It was really rare where I grew up. And expensive.
Try everything once. That's what I say.
I want to, but sometimes I just like having what I like.
Nothing wrong with that. So, Harding, what do you think?
It's... delicious.
Really selling it, Harding.
Hey, I've known some liars, and I am definitely not it. And this stuff, it's good. It's warm.
I won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
You really wouldn't.
I know, but sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
Well, everyone you know seems to like you, so you're good.
Good job, Lace.
You must have been pretty tiny as a child.
Where'd that come from?
A tiny dwarven girl in a land of large human farmers.
Oh, yeah. I probably learned pretty quick that things worked out better if people liked me. If they agreed with me, or I agreed with them.
Some people like cream or sugar in their coffee.
Maybe coffee just isn't my thing.
Why?
You should pop out the wings while you're with her.
Really?
Maybe take her flying. Girls love flying.
You like flying. It's more of your thing about dragons.
Your call.
1, 2, fly like a dragon.
Wise how to go.
Trouble coming our way.
About to get fun.
Be ready.
This artifact isn't working right. Maybe if I looked at the crystals it's connected to. person who set this up was in contact with someone or something from the Fade. Another of those Fen Harel altars.
Alright. The dragon's a fang scorcher that attacked villages. We're close to her lair.
This shouldn't be too bad, right? We fought 2 dragons at once in Hosberg.
The dragons we fought in Hosberg were being ordered around by the gods. They were attack dogs. This is a wolf, a big wolf, fighting in her own territory. Be ready. This is your first real dragon fight.
You said the dragon's a fang scorcher? What are they like?
Fire breather, related to the Ferelden Frostback. Think of her like the dragon version of a bobcat or a fox.
It's a little larger than a bobcat.
I mean, she's small and sneaky for a dragon. Attacks with fire from a distance to soften up her targets. And she's mean. Scorchers hold a grudge longer than my mother.
You said she attacked villages. Are we dealing with another attack in a city like Treviso or Minrathous?
No. Something got her to start hunting a ways off.
Something like what?
Dunno. Hoping we find out while we're here. But right now, focus on taking her down before she kills anyone else. Including us.
This is your dance. Show us the steps.
Stay in the trees as long as you can. It's gonna get hot when she sees us.
Hey, Lucanus.
I heard Antivan crows make themselves invisible to dragons by imitating the dragon's shadow.
Who tells you these things? How would that even work?
I thought maybe you spread out your capes like wings, so she thinks you're her shadow and ignores you.
Tash, the Antivan crows only develop techniques for assassinations. Why would we learn techniques to fight dragons?
Maybe someone hired you to assassinate one? Hang on. Something's off with that crap up ahead. Let's go up through there on the left instead.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The way that debris is placed doesn't look natural. Or like something a dragon would do.
You're the expert. We'll follow your lead.
Careful. She can hear metal clanking from a half-mile away.
You heard Tosh. Light steps.
You know how to take orders.
We're here to kill a dragon. I'm inclined to listen to the expert. What's that?
Hunting call. Spooks prey, so they bolt out into the open.
I can see how that'd work.
Wait. Anton.
Anton? Here?
No idea. But they were setting an ambush.
They weren't counting on you.
Come on. We can circle around. Hit them where they're not expecting us.
Everyone all right?
What did the Anton mean? They knew I'd come for the Fang Scorcher? I only came because she attacked villages.
Maybe they baited it into attacking the villagers somehow, to lure you out here.
For the Dragon King, apparently.
Stupid name. Let's look around. I need to know what's going on. bastards. They're the ones who've been capturing dragons and blighting them, turning them over to Gillenane in exchange for power. Histra Marluk Voshvatari Brock! We knew the Antam were involved. Now we know it's the Dragon King. That's who we find in here. We can get to the Fang Scorcher's lair out through there. Whenever you're ready.
Watch the fire!
Please cover on the left! Move! All right, she knows we're here. That means quick beats quiet. Stay clear of the fire. It's like oil. It's on you and keeps burning.
More on top!
Back! Chakra to Ebra! Chakra to Ebra! Today, you're dragon slayers! Now let's see what she had in her lair. Probably that big building over there. Let me know when you're ready to get out of here. Just tell me when you're ready.
Let's head out now. Trophy from the Fang Scorcher.
She was a good fight. Thanks for listening to me during the hunt. Not everyone does.
You're saying I passed the test?
What test?
The test for whether I'm worth trusting when you go dragon slaying.
Wouldn't have joined up if I couldn't trust you.
Oh. When you were standing over the dragon, you said something. Chakra to Ebra. It's the same thing your mother told you. You struggle the way you are.
You must struggle with what you are. It's what she told me when I was a kid. Still does. So I don't let the dragon out.
Meaning your fire breath.
It's not just about the fire. It's about how stuff makes me feel. What I do when I'm angry.
So you've got a bit of a temper. You haven't set Emmerich on fire yet. That I know of.
It's not just a temper. I can get this rage where I just have to break something and I can get stuck in arguments, needing things to be a certain way. The Antam would have turned me into a berserker, breathing fire across the battlefield, killing anything in my way. I don't want to be that.
The things you're describing, sometimes I feel the same way.
You do? But you mostly act normal.
Yeah, I practiced. And sometimes I still feel like I'm just, I don't know, imitating what a normal person would say.
Yeah, I get that.
So you're not in this alone. And you don't have to be afraid of your fire. You are Raveni. You have the freedom to let yourself feel things instead of locking them down. I mean, we just killed a dragon thanks to you. How hard can anything else be after that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Think I'm ready to talk to my mother about who I really am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just killed a dragon. How hard can talking to my mother be after that? Might invite her to the lighthouse. Maybe that way she doesn't spend the whole time talking about that old tablet.
I'm still a little concerned about whoever sent the Antam. They mentioned the Dragon King.
Yeah. The asshole who's capturing dragons and blighting them for Gillinane. I'll ask Isabella to look for him. Still a stupid name. Dragon King. Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
The trap had failed. The Fang Scorcher was dead. But the Dragon King was a patient hunter. All he needed was a little help from a trader in the Lords of Fortune to set a new trap. And the bait was sure to bring Tosh running.
Emmerich, did you know Spite thought you were still in the ossuary?
That private sphere of conception was inviolate.
So no?
Could Spite have described your dream prison until you faced it together?
You're kidding. I barely understood. Is this why we stopped sleepwalking? Spite understands. Space now?
Slowly, but it will come.
That spell Elgernot cast to save Gillenane, he didn't tap into the Fade. He tore a hole in the veil and let the Fade through. I could study magic for 1,000 years and still not manage that.
I've been learning more about the Lords of Fortune.
Have you?
What? They're our allies, and it's good to make friends.
There's not a Lord of Fortune I know who wouldn't like you.
I hope losing 2 more dragons keeps Gillenane worried and distracted.